It's a bit misty today. The building with the brown sort of shape. Our cameraman's coming back to us right now. He's going to back up. Everything's okay. But we're going to head over straight off. We're going to have a good sort of overview of the Horticultural Expo. We were talking about this earlier. It's actually massive. We had to take a mini golf cart here. We've set up a CGTN mobile studio. Maybe you can tell viewers, there's a fun fact about how large this venue is, as our cameraman gives us a nice view here.
Yeah, before I continue to the fun facts of the expo, let me here just briefly introduce, except for besides the China Pavilion, we can see there is also the International Pavilion, which is the shape of
right now, those white sort of towers.
White sort of flowers. 我们看一下国际馆哈 is made of all I think 94. The number is 94 white flowers.
Right.
Yeah, arranged the shape of the International Pavilion, and over there is the opening ceremony.
Yes, as we saw last night.
We can only see a little bit on the roof of the pavilion, but if we can have a bird eye view, it looks like a butterfly.
Right.
看一下演艺中心. It looks like the butterfly. That's the place that the opening ceremony kicks off yesterday night.
Right on. I was actually watching on TV. I know we're here, but the fireworks were absolutely amazing.
It was amazing.
You had the dancing, you had these multicultural sort of performance. There's one thing about I've noticed over the years, actually for quite some time, when China hosts an event, be it the Olympics, be it any sporting events, they had the games in Tianjin a few years back, could have been last year. Those opening ceremonies, I don't think there's any other country what can do as good. And right now our cameraman is giving us a shot of the China Pavilion, which you had just mentioned means, or there's some significance with its shape or its style.
But if we can look in front of the China Pavilion, 看一下中国馆哈. If we can stand in front of the China Pavilion, we can have a very good overview. But this is only a side look. But I can briefly introduce what it looks like. Its Chinese name is 锦绣如意, which means the ruyi is jade ruyi, that the traditional Chinese decoration means good fortune to you.
Right.
Yeah, and 锦绣means splendid. So the name is all good wishes.
It's all splendid and good wishes.
Yes.
I've been here long enough to have noticed that there is sort of these connotations, these sort of meanings to certain words.
Just like the name of Yongning, everlasting peace.
Everlasting peace.
Yes.
Good fortune, splendid fortune. So we've been here all day. Actually, we've been here most of the morning.
Yeah, I'll continue to the fun facts.
Let's jump to those fun facts. Tell viewers what we've seen.
Yeah, the thing that I covered in our last shot in the noon. And do you know that this area park, it covers an area of 503 hectares.
It's massive.
Yeah, and it's a little larger than the country of Monaco.
It's a decent comparison for those watching at home. Monaco, I guess you could call it a city-state. It's quite small, but that's incredible that they've put this together. You were here just a month ago, and you said it was not even close.
It's just everything's being constructed. Even the road, we can't just step on the concrete road.
It wasn't,
all dirt and soil.
Nothing was ready. But now we've been here since the morning. We got here actually last night. You've seen the flowers. Everything is up and running. This is officially the day one.
You can see the chrysanthemum flowers. 看一下那边的花哈. This normally seen in autumn time, right?
Right.
And everything is here. It's just in the park.
But I think for the Horticultural Expo, there's so many. There's 70 countries participating. Over around 110 countries and international organizations that are attending in some way or form. They've all brought, I suppose you could say, flowers or something related to their culture. They've all brought that here to Yenqing, just northwest of Beijing. And I don't think the climate really matters. They've set up these special greenhouses and special areas.
Yes, exactly.
Where people can see that. Earlier today, we drove by the Japanese pavilion, the Qatari pavilion, which I'll be checking out later on in the week. They'll be hosting the next Horticultural Expo in a few years' time.
Looking forward to that.
That looks massive. I don't think I would love to go to Qatar to cover that. I'm not sure if I will, but I will get to see what they're showcasing here. Now, those fun facts, what else do you have for our viewers? Maybe two more. What stood out to you?
Well, since you have mentioned that there are so many countries and organizations participating in this expo, because this is A1 category.
Right.
Yeah, it's the top level event in this area. It's accredited by the International Horticulture Producers Association. Yeah, it means the top.
So it's truly a global event. Like we've seen a lot of, I guess you could say, distinguished guests coming here. There was several heads of state at the opening ceremony last night. So it truly is a global event. But then today, when they opened the doors, everyone was coming in. You saw regular tourists from all around the world. We've seen faces from various different countries. So it's kind of open. It's been kind of, it's been busy though.
Around us are all tourists. Maybe we can talk to some of them.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
You're going to help me?
Sure.
You're gonna.
I saw two little kids over there.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk to them.
Let's go this way.
Go.
See if we can get our cameraman to swing by.
Yeah.
Come around us here. And again, for those watching at home, Weibo, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the CGTN app, 5 platforms you can watch our live streams on. You can replay them. And again, whatever you're watching on right now, be it Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, send in your questions. I have my phone out here. We're going to try and take a look at what your comments
Whatever
are.
you
And
want
what your
to
questions
ask.
are. Right, let's find some people to interview. Now, all of a sudden, it was so busy a moment ago.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, there's no people. We're going to try and find someone here.
But
anyway, to those people watching at home, my colleague Wenjing, she's looking to see if someone would do an interview. I know it's a bit hard. People are here to see the flowers, explore, spend time with the family. It is day one. This is a massive event. They expect no less than 16 million people to be here over the next half year.
I just got an interview here.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
You may begin.
Yeah, and this elegant. 怎么称呼您？
我刘阿姨。
刘阿姨 okay, and Liu. And he told me he's 70 years old. And how do you find this expo? 你觉得这个世园会怎么样？
太美了！我才进6号门，到现在只光这一个6号门进来的景色就没看完嘞。
OK。
我都拿着相机都找不过来了。
您
哪儿的
是几点？
景也好，哪儿的景也美。现在就是他们都说这半天能逛完，我这半天只能逛了一个馆都没逛完。
您是几点来的？
我从大连回来不是吗？我早晨从北京回来到这儿，我那个到这儿是1点多钟，1点多钟到现在。
Oh, okay. She just said she came here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and she just entered from the the gate number 6.
Yeah.
And she just
Many years have passed, and the stone stela here still reminds me of that afternoon. The wind stirred ripples across a pond, while lotuses at the drifting fragrance hall were in full bloom. Since then, I've lived in this beautiful dreamland for more than 400 years. If you're interested, I'll tell you what a wisteria has witnessed over the years. In the early years of Zhongde Emperor's reign during the Ming Dynasty, Wang Xianchen, a retired imperial envoy, built the humble administrator's garden based on the site of Dahong Temple. When Zhenming, a painter representing the Wu school of painting, was invited to design the garden and asked to integrate painting's poetic style into his designs. Taking advantage of abundant groundwater in Suzhou, he skillfully used water as the main theme in the layout. I was later planted by him in this garden. The water was divided into several parts by 2 islands, houses, curved bridges, flowers and trees, surrounding the spot with rich space.
I'm so sorry, just lost our signal. And we have this lovely granny. She just said she couldn't take enough of the beauty of the expo.
Yeah, I know. I tried to ask her a question about what she's trying to learn, what she's trying to kind of get from this experience. It's more than just coming here and taking those photos for Instagram or for whatever social platform you have. But quickly, let's get to a comment from Facebook. John Mike Sarum says, nice view. Thanks for the comment. Yeah. It is a gorgeous view, I think.
And you should come here yourself.
Yeah, try and get over here yourself. You have 6 months to do it. You have a half year to experience.
Yeah, from this very first day till October 7th.
Right on.
Half a year.
Half a year, plenty of time. All right, we have more interviews to do. Let's try
find another
got no
one.
people behind us. I think that's our same interviewee. Okay. Maybe try and
go to
swing
this
by
way.
this way. Without trying to get so many of our colleagues in the shot here. Yeah, so for those who were watching earlier today, we started the morning, or I should say afternoon here in Beijing. We had 2 mobile vehicles, 2 CGTN mobile studios, giving viewers a VR 360 experience.
先生你好，女士你好，你好，你好，能跟您聊2句吗？我们在做一个节目。
She said okay. I'm gonna come around. 你在中间吧，你在中间。
怎么称呼您？
你就称呼那什么吧，随意称呼吧。
We're trying to get a name, right?
您姓什么？
我姓刘。
Okay, Miss Liu just came here. 你是几点来的？
我是那个不到4点。
Okay, she came here a little earlier than 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 你觉得这个世园会怎么样？ How do you feel about the expo?
我觉得世园会挺好的，设计的挺好的，规划的挺好的，建设的也挺好的。
Okay.
If you could ask her which, if she's visited any pavilions, which ones stood out to her, which ones were the most beautiful?
Okay. 您现在逛了哪个园子？就是对哪个园子印象最深刻的？
我刚进来就逛了这一个园子。
刚刚是第一个。
对，第一个。
This is the very first place she visited. She just entered in the park.
She just got here. Okay, so this is her first impression.
Yes,
I think this is a good starting point here at this location.
Yeah, because it's the highest point of the park, and you can have a whole overview of the park.
Absolutely. And is she here with her family?
And she just said this park is well arranged and well organized,
Right.
and everything is good. 您是跟家人来的还是朋友来的呢？
我是跟朋友来的。
Okay, she's with her friend.
She's with her friend. Yeah, it is a friendly, family-friendly place. You could come alone. You could spend the whole day alone here taking photos.
Yeah, sure.
There's so much to explore. I just, how long does she plan? If you could ask her, how long does she plan to stay here and visit the expo?
你打算在这儿玩多长时间呢？
我大概在这儿玩8、9点钟吧。
Okay, she plans to stay here at 8 or 9 o'clock in the night.
Oh, so just a one day sort of visit.
就只玩一天吗？
明年还是会来的。
明天
Okay.
She's coming back tomorrow.
Tomorrow she'll be
Yeah.
back. Okay. All right. 谢谢。
Enjoy the
Thank you very
trip.
much.
祝您玩得愉快。
谢谢，不客气啊，
谢谢，拜拜。
Should we get back on our vehicle and we're gonna take a
Okay.
little ride?
Yeah, sure. We'll take a sightseeing tour ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back. Right. So we had talked about some of the fun facts. Sorry. Hold up. Our cameraman is going to have to get back into his car. We're going to be getting back onto our mobile studio. We're a bit split here. So let's quickly swing by. I believe we have a few cameras which will give us a good angle of our ride down this hill. So let's get around. I think we're about set. We got 2 cameras here, one in the middle. It should be good to go. We're going to fire up the engines and get going. But yeah, we were speaking about some of these fun facts which stood out. For me, which is really significant is that over this next half year, every province, region, SAR, Special Administrative Region in China, is going to have a time period of where they can present their culture,
Right.
Their cuisine, their sort of ecology, and what they're bringing to this expo. And then on the other hand, countries can also do this. So let's say France is celebrating, this is an example I used earlier today, France is celebrating its National Music Day. Well, that's going to be happening over in Europe, whereas here, the French Pavilion, they can also do this.
Oh, this is amazing.
Country national days, they can also celebrate that. So really, for visitors coming here, you can really get a taste of what it's like to celebrate with another nationality, with another group of people. And that's something I would like to come back to experience. But again, we have half a year. I'll have to take some time off work to do that. Maybe, so give viewers a bit of an update. Where are we headed now?
We just have a random tour around the park. I think we can just have a little view of the road, of all the flowers.
A little stroll down.
Yeah, and it smells really good.
It does. I can definitely say I smell some of these flowers. It smells beautiful. Let's see if
and the air in Yanqing district, because it's all skirted of Beijing, it doesn't have too much air pollution.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the air is it's just a good place for leisure, for entertainment.
what do they call it? It's the summer sort of getaway.
Summer capital.
Yeah, it's a summer capital of Beijing.
Because the temperature here is several degrees lower than that of Beijing.
Yeah, you can escape kind of
I just
that Beijing heat.
I just felt it when we first came here in the morning. It was freezingly cold when we were riding in the car.
Well,
but now you see Omar is
yeah,
wearing
I've taken
shorts.
off the jacket. I've rolled up the sleeves.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're getting one. We got another comment. I'm going to give you this one.
Okay.
It's a little quiz for you. How many parks in total are there? That's a bit of a tough one.
There are 42.
42.
42 or 41. It's
42
more
or
than
41.
40. It's more than 40.
But there's a. How can you put this? There's also a bit of a division. There's a core scenic area.
Yes.
There's an international pavilion. There's a China pavilion.
Yes.
So I'd say these three are the main focal points of the horticulture event. Then you have the international area where you have the country-specific pavilions, and then you have the China area, which you have the provinces, the regions. So it's well organized. It's spread out nicely. There's a massive map. I suggest you bring a lot of water. Another comment from NMM Bing, this individual likes
Thank
to
you for
comment.
our comments.
Is the expo far from downtown Beijing? I know exactly how far it is. Do you know?
I think it's more than 50 kilometers or 60
Higher.
kilometers.
It's around, I believe, 70 kilometers northwest of Beijing. But
it doesn't matter. We have the expressway, right?
Exactly. In preparations for the expo, the Beijing government, alongside the Yanqing local authorities, they built, I believe, 3 expressways to connect the Beijing city center with Yanqing. So there's multiple ways to get here.
Right.
I came to Yanqing 2 years ago to visit the Great Wall. So for those who are trying to maybe combo a type of holiday, the Great Wall is really not far from here.
Yes.
I came here 2 years. I took a train. It was fine, and that was wonderful. One more for you.
Okay.
Well, it's just a comment from Lucy Ogato.
Okay, thank
wow,
you, Lucy.
very nice place. I hope
is.
we're giving you guys a good enough presentation of this horticultural expo. There's one thing I wanted to. This is what I was struggling with earlier. I'm going to give you a tough question here. I hope you can get an answer to this.
Easy on me.
How would you describe what is horticulture? I feel a lot of people don't know what that is.
Okay, this question. Well, horticulture, from my understanding, is just. But from my understanding before this, it's just a flower arrangement. It's just keeping the potted plants in your home.
Right.
Getting a little bit green in your home. But after I came here, I think horticulture is just a kind of your attitude towards life.
Okay.
That you like to live in an environmental friendly way with culture, with the nature. Yeah.
Right. I guess you put it really well. It's kind of integrating green space.
Yes.
And living environment-friendly lifestyle.
Yes, and also living in the natural environment just represents people's wish of spiritual fulfillment.
Right.
Yeah, because the green, the flowers, the scent, the good
smells. Sure. Yeah.
It just make you happy.
I would like to say that flowers do make me happy. Green space does make me happy. For you and I, you live in Beijing, I live in Guangzhou, these massive cities, these concrete cities. But it's nice to see some of these massive megalopolis cities in China. They're trying their best to integrate green space. I think this is a good example of China showcasing what they can do. And of course, these other countries here showing off what they can do in terms of horticulture. As for me, later this week, I'll be checking out the Qatar Pavilion. And the first thing I was told, oh, hey, Omar, you're going to get a chance to see what the Qatar Pavilion is showcasing. I said, well, that's a desert. Like, how is that?
Yeah, from my understanding, it's just a country in the desert.
In the Middle East, how could they possibly have green space? But from what I've heard, they have an absolutely gorgeous pavilion set up here. They're going to be showcasing their technology, which helps them enable the growth of flowers and plants and to have that in that specific climate. All right, so we've been going on for a bit. Should we give our viewers some final remarks? Oh, one more question from NMM Bing. Let's close out with this.
Okay.
What is the biggest park?
The biggest part of the expo?
Yeah, what is the biggest park? I think
the biggest part, I think, is the China Pavilion.
Yeah, the China Pavilion takes up it's right kind of in the middle there.
Yes, and there are many kinds of different stalls, like the Horticultural Association, like the Forestry University. They all
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, have different stalls there, and you can just tour around and feel how the different parts of China have contributed to the horticulture.
Well, my answer to that question is, instead of asking what is the biggest park, why don't you come? Come check out the Horticultural Expo.
Exactly.
Experience it. I would definitely say you need more than one day. This is a week-long event. You take your time. If you're into photography, if you're into learning about this sort of industry, I guess you could say, this sector.
And it's also convenient for accommodation because there are many hotels
Plenty of
outside.
hotels.
Yeah, plenty of hotels outside of the park.
Yeah, it's all set up here. You got restaurants. As you've seen, I'm sure you guys have been watching in the video. There's cars that go by. These are all battery-powered electric vehicles. So it's again, they're promoting this.
And there's also 5G network coverage
across the entire park. Yeah.
Across the entire park, just like I did in the live stream back in the media center earlier today, and introduced by the director of the media center. He said me that the 5G is totally covered in this area.
Totally covered.
Yeah.
So an extremely accessible event, easy to get around. You can get a day ticket, you can get an overnight ticket or a 2-day ticket. There's plenty of options to get here, but I think we got to speed off for dinner, and I think it's time to say goodbye. Final remarks.
Yeah.
Again, for those watching at home, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Weibo, all 5 platforms. Watch us live. You can replay all of our live streams, and of course, you can look forward to what's coming up next.
Just stay tuned with CGTN for the next half a year, and it will surely bring you how the horticulture is like and how grand this gathering is.
Absolutely. So on behalf of myself, Omar Khan, and Zhao Wenjing,
Zhao Wenjing,
thanks guys.
Thank you for watching.
For watching.
See you later.
Bye bye for now.